Hi, this is Linda and Gracie, who is my therapy dog. And this is Boomer Therapy. It's Boomer Therapy for me and hopefully for you. Today we are going to take you on a little vacation. Are you ready? Let's do it. It's a good girl. Grace and my husband and Maggie the Magnitude all went for a vacation. Last episode you saw that we were in Page, Arizona, and this is part 2. We stayed in Zion National Park. So beautiful. But before we get into it and I talk about Zion a little bit, let me just test your skills with national parks. Are you ready for another Boomer Brain Buster? Are you, Grace? Gracie is? You are? Let's do it.
My friends, number 1, what was the first national park in America? Is it A, Death Valley, B, Yosemite, C, Arcadia, or D, Yellowstone? If you said Yellowstone, you are right. Yellowstone is located in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. Signed into law by President Ulysses S. Grant in 1872, becoming the first national park in America and the world. Number 2, what national park is home to the world's largest tree by volume? Is it A, Redwood National Park, B, Joshua Tree National Park, C, Sequoia National Park, or D, Everglades National Park? If you said Sequoia National Park, you are absolutely correct. The name of that tree is the General Sherman. And you can get an idea by looking how huge it is by looking at those 2 people at the bottom. It is 275 feet tall, 25 feet wide, resulting in a trunk volume of 52,513 cubic feet. It also is one of the oldest trees on the planet. It's somewhere between 2,300 and 2,700 years old. Number 3, what state has the most national parks? Is it A, Colorado, B, California, C, Utah, or D, Alaska? If you said California, you are right. With the creation of Pinnacle National Park in 2013, California actually broke the 8-8 tie with Alaska. It now has the most parks. In addition to its 9 national parks, California also maintains over 20 national park system administered areas, including multiple national monuments, national historical trails, and national historical sites, and much, much more. Number 4, what is the most visited park? Is it A, Grand Canyon, B, Yosemite, C, Great Smoky Mountains, or D, the Rocky Mountains? If you guessed the Great Smoky Mountains, you are correctamundo. In fact, in 2019, parks across the United States actually drew more than 327 million visitors. That is almost 1 visit per every person in the United States. Of these visits, over 12 million of them went to the Great Smoky Mountains, twice as much as second place, and second place is a hair under 6 million, and that is the Grand Canyon. Third place is Rocky Mountain National Park. 4 is Zion. 5 is Yosemite. Yosemite, and 6 is Yellowstone. Number 5, which of the following is not one of the Utah's mighty 5 national parks? Is it A, the Arches, B, Bryce Canyon, C, Capitol Reef, or D, the Badlands? If you said the Badlands, you are absolutely correct. They're located in South Dakota. Utah's Mighty 5, which include the Canyonlands, Arches, Capitol Reef, Bryce Canyon, and of course, Zion National Parks. Okay, here comes a bonus question. This bonus question will be for all generations because I think all generations might know the answer to this one. What national park was one of the locations for Luke Skywalker's home planet Tatooine? Was it A, Joshua Tree, B, Craters of the Moon, C, Arches, or D, Death Valley? If you said D, Death Valley, you're absolutely correct. They used the landscape to look like the kind of desolate Tatooine that Luke Skywalker came from. And here is a picture of Death Valley, and then you can see there is R2-D2 out there in the middle of the sand. I hope you got it. Good job if you did.
Hi, so how'd you do? Did you do okay? Are they going to let you into the national park system? Okay, good for you. Hey, listen, my husband and I and Grace went to Zion National Park. And I want to tell you right now, gorgeous. OMG, it was so beautiful there. And the town of Springdale is so cute. I am going to take you on a little ride. It was rainy, which was really cool because it made the rocks even look redder. And plus, Arizona, we never get to see rain. So this was really kind of cool. So get your seatbelts on. Let's go to Zion. We stayed right at the foot of the Zion National Park. Right next door was this really cool restaurant, Whiptail Grill. Oh my gosh, best hamburgers ever. And I just also want to point out that we broke no laws as we were going down the 9. They have in Springdale the cutest shops and hotels and restaurants. It's really cool. So as you can see, we're getting up to the front gates of the entrance, and oh, this guy here is too long to go in. He is supposed to be at least under 50 foot. That guy's definitely 50 foot, and he was towing something. We're lucky, we're old, we have the pass. Thanks to my sister and brother, we got in free. Now we're heading out to taking the Zion Mount Carmel Highway, and I'm just going to show you some of the prettiest things. Actually, this is the second day we went out. The first day I used my iPhone and come out as good, but the cool thing is today it was raining, and so the rocks were even brighter red, which was really cool. Now, the cool thing about Zion is that it just is so surreal. It just is so beautiful. The word Zion actually is ancient Hebrew, and it means sanctuary or refuge. Zion National Park actually did not start out as big as it is. It actually was a monument, and it was signed into creation in 1909 by President William Howard Taft. It took about 10 years, and the park expanded, and because more and more people wanted to come and see it, and it was beautiful, and it ended up being 229 square miles of all these red rock landscape. Another cool thing is that the Zion Canyon actually was home
to the Anasazis in 1500 BC, you could still find sandstone villages, networks of roads, and rock art throughout the park today. It took over 1 million years by the Virgin River to carve out these beautiful canyons that some are about 2,000 feet deep. Zion has a place called Angel's Landing. Now, I didn't go there, but it is a real treacherous hike, and a lot of people love doing that. I cannot do that. It's straight up, and it's pretty scary. It's a 2.2 mile hike, and it has a lot of switchbacks over sand and slick rocks, closed edges, and I'm like, no thanks. Best time to visit Zion is in the spring and in the fall, because it can get hot. If you're hiking in 100-degree weather, it's not going to be pleasant. Today, oh my gosh, it was raining. And so I figure to film it with rain, because first, I'm from Arizona, we don't see rain that much. And number two, it made the rocks a lot redder. And it was just so beautiful. And as you can see, it's a lot of gray clouds. Zion is also home to an endangered species, the California condor, and you could see it flying over sometimes. Their wingspan's like 10 feet. They could fly like 55 miles an hour. We have reached the Zion Mount Carmel Tunnel, which connects Zion Canyon to the east side of the park. It was built in the 1920s, and so vehicles were not as big and as tall as they are today. So RVs, like you see in front here, have to pay an additional $15. So they stop the traffic and make it one lane, because these vehicles have to go down the middle. Still, you have to be under, I think it's like 12 feet. As you enter the tunnel, it's 1.1 miles. It was completed in 1930. And what's cool is they actually included these windows, as you can see. It's kind of hard to get a good picture because the camera doesn't like to move, but if you look carefully, will give you the drivers and people in your vehicle an awesome view of the beauty of Zion Canyon. I've got to show you this. This is interesting. You're going to see the line of cars waiting for us to get through so that they can get through. And they're still there. They're still there. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it was quite a long line. Due to Zion having very different terrains and elevations, animal life is vast and varied. They have actually 79 species of mammals, 32 species of amphibians and reptiles, 8 species of fish, 289 species of birds. They have Mexican spotted owl, the Mojave desert turtle, and the southwestern willow flycatcher. Because of the rain, a lot of these areas look like they're just mud, just because they're wet. It's so cool. The way they layer, the rocks layer, I think is amazing. Check this out. We're coming up on a mountain that looks like it's a big old checkerboard. It's kind of you could see, if you look real close, you can see how it looks checkerboard. Isn't that really cool?
So what did you think? Aren't those rocks beautiful? Holy cow. And you know what? Photography does not do any justice for those beautiful rocks. It's just like the Grand Canyon and anywhere else you go. It's just, you have to experience it. But I'm going to tell you what. People were hiking and riding their e-bikes all over town, and I rode my e-bike around the campsite, and I got a walking stick. I didn't hike, but I got a walking stick. So that's next year, I am gonna walk one of those trails with my walking stick. But that was such a big thing. Everybody had a walking stick. So I thought, oh, I gotta get a walking stick. Are you gonna go hiking? No, just want a walking stick. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And again, Boomer Therapy is for all of us just to take a break out and smile and stop thinking about all the crap that's going on today and on the news and what's going on. And there's so much good out there. So always, always learn something so your brain doesn't go to mush. And hug a teacher. And peace out. Love you. Walking stick. Bye.
Down, Gracie, down.